Assalamu alaikum. Uh, the topic of this lecture is reproduction in birds. The name of this course is Animal Diversity 2. Course code of this course is 2113. Main teacher of this course is Umar Rashid from University of Education Faisalabad campus. I am co-teacher of this course Ms. Eram Bukhari. I am visiting lecturer Zoology, University of Education Bank Road campus, Lahore. Reproduction in birds. Usually birds reproduce by internal fertilization, during which the egg is fertilized inside the female. So like reptiles, birds have cloaca or a single exit and entrance for sperm, eggs and waste. So the male brings his sperm to the female cloaca. So the sexual activities of birds have been observed more closely than those of any other group of animals. These activities include establishing territories for laying their eggs, finding their mates, constructing nests, incubating eggs and feeding young ones. All birds are oviparous. You all know that oviparous are the birds that producing young by means of eggs which are hatched after they have been laid by a parent, as you see the process in birds. Gonads are in the dorsal abdominal region next to the kidneys. Gonad are the sex. You say that the sex gland or reproductive gland is a mixed gland that produces the gametes, which are sex cells and the sex hormones of an organism. In the female of the species, the reproductive cells are the egg cells and the male reproductive cells are the sperm cells. So the female gonad, the ovary, produces the egg cells. Testes are paired and called tubules. Vasa differentia conducts sperm to the cloaca. Vasa differentia are the duct which conveys sperm from testicle to the urethra. An enlargement of the vasa differentia, the seminal vesicle, is a site for temporary storage and maturation of sperm prior to mating. Testes enlarge during the breeding season. So, the avian reproductive system is heterosexual. You say, and it requires both a male and female, each to contribute half of the genetic constitution of the offspring. The male contributes his half by way of the sperm produced by the testes and carried in the semen, and the female contributes her in the ovum, carried by the egg yolk produced by the ovary. So the ovum is often referred to as the blastodisc, blastoderm, or the germ disc. After release from the follicle on the ovary, the yolk moves into the oviduct where it is fertilized and has added to it the albumin, shell membranes or the shell. So birds have no intromittent organ. Except for certain waterfowl and ostriches, birds have no intromittent organ, and sperm are transferred by cloacal contact when the male briefly mounts the female. Intromittent organ is the male copulatory organ of an animal is called the intromittent organ. Intromittent organ is in general term it is an used for an external organ of a male organism that is specialized to deliver sperm during copulation. In this slide, you see that male briefly mounts on the female So it transfers the sperm in the female through the spermatic duct or through the cloaca. In the female, two ovaries developed. In female birds, two ovaries form during development, but usually only the left ovary fully develops. A large funnel-shaped opening, which is known as the ostium of the oviduct, envelops the ovary and receives eggs after ovulation. The egg is fertilized in the upper portion of the oviduct, and albumin, that glandular regions of the oviduct wall secrete, gradually surrounds the zygote as it completes its passage. So the female reproductive system consists of the ovary and the oviduct, while the female embryo has the two sets of reproductive organs, in which only one of these are used, and the left in which one of these are used. So the left ovary survives and the reaches maturity to produce the egg. The single surviving ovary of the birds is present in front of their kidneys in the abdominal cavity, which is firmly attached to the wall of the cavity. So a shell gland in the lower region of the oviduct adds a shell, and the oviduct opens into the cloaca. In this slide, you see the urogenital system of the male and female pigeons. So in the left side, a male pigeon urogenital system is present, in which you see in the left picture, the male has a pair of oval testes. From each testis, a duct of vas deferens passes back and opens into the cloaca. So the vas deferens is dilated as its posterior end into the seminal vessel, so there is no copulatory organ. The excretory organ in the pigeons are a pair of kidneys. They are, you see in both of these pictures, that they are dark red, three-lobed structures. They open separately into the urodyum of the cloaca through two different ureters. There is no urinary bladder is present, so the urine is excreted in the form of uric acid, a semi-solid white mass discharged along with feces through the cloaca. While in the right side of the picture, you see the female urogenital system of the pigeon, in which the left ovary persists in the adult. So the right ovary disappears during development. The ovary and the oviduct of only one side are functional during the breeding season. Many birds establish territories prior to mating. Many birds establish territories prior to mating, although size and function vary greatly among species. So territory generally allows birds to mate without interference. They provide nest locations and sometimes food resources for adults and offsprings. Breeding birds defend their territories and expel intruders of the same sex and species. Threats are common, but actual fighting is minimal. Mating may follow the attraction of a mate to a territory. So, mating may follow the attraction for a mate to a territory. For example, the male woodpeckers drum on trees to attract the females. So, male ruffed grouse fan their wings. Male ruffed grouse is the name of the bird which fan their wings on logs and create sounds that can be heard for many miles. So cranes have a courtship dance that includes stepping, bowing, stretching and jumping displays. In this slide, you see that the male woodpeckers drum on trees to attract the females. You see that the female only has a red on the top of her head, while in male has red mustache and red from bill to top of the crest. So the male woodpecker continuously drum on the wood for to attract the female for mating process. In this slide, you see that the crane's courtship dance, you see in this picture that different styles are adapted by the cranes for to attract the female for mating. Mating occurs when a mate's call or posture signals readiness. It happens quickly but rapidly to assure fertilization of all the eggs that will be laid. Most birds are monogamous. Monogamous, about 90% of the bird species are monogamous, which means a male and female form a pair bond. But monogamy is not the same as mating for life. A pair bond may last for just for one nesting, such as with house wrens, one breeding season. Common with most songbird species, several seasons or birds. So a single male pairs with a single female during the breeding season. Some birds, swans, geese, eagles pair for the lifetime. Frequent mating apparently strengthens the pair bonds that develop. So the monogamy is common when resources are widely and evenly distributed and one bird cannot control access to the resources. So uh, it is a type of bond that may last only for one breeding season or for the to just for one nesting. Monogamy is also advantageous because both parents usually participate in nest building and care of the young ones. One parent incubates and protects the egg or chicks while the other searches for the food. This is the monogamous birds in which you see that two types of birds are present who are monogamous and they mate only for one breeding season. Some birds are polygynous. Polygynous birds are those in which the males mate with more than one female and the females care for the eggs and the chicks. Polygamy tends to occur in species whose young are less dependent at hatching in situation whose young are less dependent at hatching and in situations where patchy resource distribution may attract many females to a relatively small breeding area. Polygyny, it is a pattern of mating in which a male animal has more than male animal mate with more than one female. This is the example of the polygynous birds. For example, hen. A male hen mates with more than one female in their lifetime. Legs. Pirare chickens are polygynous and males display in groups which are called the legs. In prairie chicken, in prairie chicken legs, the males in the center positions are preferred and attract the majority of the females. This is the picture of the Pirare chicken with courtship displays, a male greater Pirare chicken displaying in the leg. Few bird species are polyanhydrous. Polyanhydrous are the birds the mating of one female with more than one male, while each male mates with only one female. So a few bird species are polyandrous, and and the female mate with more than one male. For example, female spotted sandpipers are larger than males and they establish and defend their territories from other females. They lay eggs for each male that is attracted to and builds a nest in their territory. This is the pictures of the female spotted sandpipers who mate the mating of one female with more than one male, while each male mates with only one female. That has been seen in the female spotted sandpipers. If a male loses his egg to a predator, the female replaces them. Polyandry results in the production of more eggs than in monogamous mating. As I already have told you that the monogamous is a form of pair bond in which the birds meet only for one breeding season or for just one nesting. So it is thought to be advantageous when food is plentiful, but because of predation or other threats, the chances of successfully rearing young are low.